Welcome to Selling Kansas City on the American Dream TV. I'm Jennifer Weaver with Stephanie Bulcock, and we have a fun-filled show planned today. We are at one of our favorite shopping and dining destinations in the Kansas City metro area.
Our first stop today is Nell Hills. It is an iconic home decor and design store in Briarcliff.
Well, we are so excited to be here today with the owner, design enthusiast, and Kansas City native.
Yes.
From Nell Hills, and we can't wait to hear all the great things that you're going to share.
I can't wait to share with you. Okay, so Nell Hills is iconic to Kansas City. Tell us the background, the story, give us the scoop.
So I'll try to keep it brief because we have a long 40-year history.
Yes, that is so true.
But we were founded by Mary Carol Garrity, and our beginnings were actually in Atchison, Kansas.
Okay.
So we began as a gourmet corner, which is a funny little thing because Mary Carol has not spent the last 40 years cooking.
Oh my
She's been spending them in the store.
Right.
Yes.
But we began as Gourmet Corner in Atchison, Kansas, and over the years we grew to what we are today. So she brought in accessories and then brought in furniture. So it's just been this evolution over the last 40 years, truly, that has turned us into what we are today.
It's fantastic. I love hearing that history. So what inspires you the most?
Honestly, our customers are truly the most inspiring people
I know.
have had, which being in real estate, I'm sure you all can relate to that, but we have customers who walk in the door with fun projects and design challenges that we get to tackle, their unique sense of style, all these things really come into play. So when I go to market and buy, I'm thinking, look, that looks like Gail. Gail would so love that. Or, or Kathy, that seems like that would be for Kathy. So I frame everything that we do here in the store through the eyes of our customers, and they really do inspire me.
Our next stop is an incredible new community just minutes from Briarcliff with fantastic views as well as peace and serenity from urban living.
It is Paradise in Palisades. This cute little development is in Riverside, Missouri. It's got 85 amazing lots and spectacular views of the great city. Today, we are wanting to focus with you guys on ways to really customize your new build experience.
And to give your home more character.
Absolutely. One of the favorite features that we've got in this home is how they've really made that space their own through the custom ceiling treatments with the coffered ceilings.
Love it. Love that. And I love the newest trend that we have here too is bringing the outside in. And these double doors going out to this fireplace says relaxation and peace.
Absolutely. 8x12 sliders along with that outdoor fireplace really helps bring the outdoors in.
Yep. Also, another piece of this home that was added is the customization of the cabinets and the shelves on the side of the fireplace. Those could be added or deleted, which I absolutely love.
That's the best part about building a new home. When you come in early enough, the options and selections that you're able to make with the build team to make the home your own, from countertops to paint, and then some of these really great treatments. I love this ceiling treatment. It is one of my favorites that I've seen, where they did an amazing wood treatment with that box vault. It is absolutely perfection and truly shows the personality of your client. Thanks for joining us today. Loved how we were able to bring you behind the scenes on luxury living in the Northland and being able to check out our favorite spot, Nell Hills.
Yes, we'll see you next time on Selling Kansas City on the American Dream TV.
Welcome to the American Dream TV Selling Kansas City edition. I'm your host, Rossi Zabielski, and today I get to show you a little bit about one of the largest cities in the Kansas City metro area, Overland Park. You may have heard of this city in Johnson County, as Overland Park has been ranked and mentioned by several media sources throughout the last few years. It's been ranked #1 city to live in the nation, best place to raise your kids, best place to buy a home, and it really is all that. So today, I get to show you an incredible business right here in Overland Park, making an amazing impact in our community, the Golden Scoop. An ice cream and coffee shop that is providing training and mentorship to young adults who are uniquely abled. The nonprofit organization was funded in 2020 by two sisters, Amber and Lindsay. Their vision and commitment to empowering people with developmental disabilities to be equipped to succeed in life is really something incredible. Let's go inside and chat with them. You guys want to tell us a little bit about how you got started with this amazing business?
Yeah, sure. So I've been in the field working with uniquely abled people for almost 20 years now. And then about 14 years ago, my focus turned to young adults. So being in home, I worked very closely with the families along with their kids. So I listened to the families' concerns. What does their future look like? Will they live independently? Will they be financially secure? Will they have meaningful employment?
We wanted to be intentional and impactful because there are hundreds of thousands of people with disabilities that are unemployed here in Kansas City.
Right.
And I don't know if a lot of people know about that.
So our staff is involved in every process here. So they help us make coffee, they get us our baked goods ready for the store, and then they also scoop ice cream for us if the case is looking a little low.
All right, so what are we making?
So these are snickerdoodle with caramel.
Okay.
All of our ice cream is pre-scooped. We saw that week one, just with lines out the door, that scooping is a challenge for anyone to begin with, but when you have a line out the door, it just takes a little lot longer. So this kind of took the pressure off our staff.
How many employees do you have right now?
So we started with 21.
Okay.
We are down to 18 right now. One of our staff has moved on to another opportunity, which is great. That's what we want for them. We have a wait list of employees.
Really?
And yeah, as of May of 2021, and we stopped taking applications just because of the amount that we were receiving.
Wow.
So there's definitely a need. So we definitely want to try to help as many people as we can.
That's amazing. It sounds like you guys have some really incredible plans and you're already making such wonderful impact in our community. I'm really impressed. I'm so lucky that I was able to talk to you guys and actually show everybody this amazing, amazing thing you guys are doing here in Kansas City.
Thank you very much.
In Overland Park in the Chapel Hill neighborhood, where I have a new listing coming to market that I just have to show you. Let's go tour. This home has 6 bedrooms. On the main floor, you will find an office, a master bedroom with an amazing master bathroom, featuring a gorgeous design, dual vanity, dual shower heads, and a soaking tub. So much for going on this tour of Overland Park today. I had so much fun chatting with Amber and Lindsay at the Golden Scoop, with the employees, and learning all about their mission. I hope you enjoy touring our beautiful new listing too. Again, I'm your host, Rossi Zabielski, and I will see you on the next episode of The American Dream.
Hey guys, Jessica Peters with Selling Kansas City. Today we are at Wayside Waifs, where we are going to talk to Scott Poore. He is owner of a nonprofit organization called On a Mission Kansas City. Let's go on in. Hey guys, we are here today with Scott Poore, founder of On a Mission KC. Scott, can you tell us what is On a Mission KC? What's the story behind it?
Well, there's been quite a road that's led up to my nonprofit, but about 10 years ago to the day, I was living a life where I was just taking everything I could out of life, and I woke up one day and realized, you know, it's not about what I can get, it's about what I can give. And that was a turning point, a powerful moment in my life where I chose I needed to do more. And while I was exploring those options of what is more, I was volunteering at an animal shelter, and I found out that, you know, every animal shelter has the same long row of animals, no matter how the shelter looks, where it's located, and at the end is always the animal that's lived there the longest. They have the signs that say no kids, no cats, no dogs, and I thought all these shelters are promoting these negative things about the animals. I want to find the positive things. So I started shooting videos of these long-term shelter pets, and I eventually grew into, created a world around it. I fell in love with it. It's truly my passion, and helping shelter pets and the animal shelters was the inspiration to On a Mission KC. I, you know, have dedicated my life to helping homeless pets and animal shelters, and what I decided to do with the nonprofit is I want to focus on smaller organizations, smaller animal shelters, rescues that aren't on the radar like the larger ones that need more visibility, the ones that have animals that have been living there a really long time because they don't have foot traffic. You know, animal shelters in the smaller communities don't have the same support. That's where we come in. I want to give them an internal and an external makeover. And a lot of people might say, what does that mean? Well, the internal makeover is I want to teach them how to manage their money. I want to teach them how to raise money. I want to teach them how to market their organization and market their animals. The external makeover is I want to hire businesses in their community. I want to put paint up on the wall. I want to make the building more approachable, put some landscaping, anything that we can do. And of course, the basics we tend to forget about: heat, air conditioning, proper plumbing. So it's going to be a full makeover, but the long-term goal is to make sure that they're a sustainable organization in their community so they can help people and pets for a very long time. Well, we're completely donation driven. It's onamissionkc.org is the website. You can learn all about me, my work, our accomplishments, and ways to donate. You can follow us on social media, which we really appreciate. And I've even got a clothing line called Mission Driven Goods that I'm super proud of, and I use money from that to fund my rescue work as well.
And that looks like, here is one. Go Kansas City Chiefs. Scott, thank you so much for, you know, giving us a little background. If our viewers wanted more information, where could they go?
Yeah, well, first off, thank you very much for allowing me to share my story. For all of you that want to follow the journey that we're on, onamissionkc.org is the nonprofit website. MissionDrivenGoods.com is the website for the clothing line, if you love that clothing. And then also we have social media, Facebook and Instagram, On a Mission KC, all one word, mission_driven_goods for the clothing line. And just give us a follow on social media, follow the journey, consider supporting us, and we won't let you down.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the story behind On a Mission KC. See you next time.
American Dream, we're not breaking ankles today, not in these heels, but what we are doing is checking out this amazing listing just south of Kansas City. I'm your host, Adriana Bates, and we're gonna meet Shannon, check out an amazing boutique, take her team around this amazing property. So let's go. This is our American Dream. Viewers, you are in for a treat. I know coastal communities, you think we're in the Midwest. They think Dorothy, they think Toto, they think Wizard of Oz. Get ready to find some fashion statements here at the Plaid Elephant. Thank you ladies so much for having us here. And let's talk a little bit about the inspiration of this boutique.
Well, Hillary. Well, I've been open about a year, almost a year and a half, like a year and 4 months, and it's gone very well. It's been a learning process, I must say. I wear a lot of hats, learned a lot, but it's been really fun. And so far it's been very successful.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
Why did you choose this location?
Well, I knew that everything was kind of moving south, you know, everything, homes. They always do the homes and the schools, the grocery stores first. They are always like late on the restaurants and the boutiques, and we needed some boutiques out here for sure. Plus I live out here, so I knew I was pretty much,
Convenience is important. This was one of the first main, I guess you would call commercial developments in this area.
This far south.
This far south.
Absolutely.
So when you thought about opening it, was any of that thought given? Like, well, there's no real data about how well.
Well, we did do
boutiques
some market
demographic.
research about the demographics in the area, you know, for sure. And I mean, I really kind of felt strongly about coming to this place because I didn't want to go into an area that was already saturated with boutiques.
Right.
You know, so you want to go in and where there's a need, and there is a need for sure because there is so much growth.
So what do you say we do a little bit of shopping and then we go check out your new listing?
Sounds great. Let's go.
All right, viewers, you're in for a treat. This new listing is to die for. Come join us. Let's go. Shannon, this is absolutely to die for. Tell me about your favorite. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with this house, so tell me about your favorite parts.
Well, I love the huge entry, the soaring ceilings with all the natural light. Then you walk into the awesome great room. There's tons of ceiling treatments. The kitchen is amazing. Has the biggest center island I've ever seen. High-end commercial grade appliances, back hall butler's pantry. It also overlooks the sunroom, and also you can view.
There's a balcony to the basketball court. Can we talk about that? That might be the best feature I've ever seen. As a basketball player, as an athlete, that's an amazing, amazing
viewing area.
Yeah, it's like a balcony.
Awesome.
It truly is a balcony that overlooks the basketball court.
Absolutely.
Check out this amazing property. It's not every day that we get to be at one of these amazing, amazing acreage, 14,000 square foot luxury homes. We've got Trent over here with Brimacombe and Cohen. So awesome to see you. Thanks
nice to see you again. Yeah, thanks for joining us out here. So my name's Trent Gallagher. I'm with the Brimacombe and Cohen team. We're a luxury small team here in Southern Johnson County. We specialize in selling homes anywhere from 5,000 square feet all the way up to great 14,000 square foot homes like this.
This is such a unique property and so fun. It was a custom-built reverse by Star Home. It offers a 6-car attached garage, full-length basketball court, 6 bedrooms, 9.5 baths, incredible pool with lounging areas, awesome walk-in shower. There's his and her closets with safe areas.
Thank you so much for bringing us to your beautiful listing. I think Star did an amazing job with this custom-built home, and thank you so much for having us and your entire team.
Well, we're super excited. Thank you.
Well, it's good to be back home in what I call the center of the world, Independence, Missouri.
Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Jonathan Goforth, and this is what makes Kansas City such a great place to live. The Harry S. Truman Presidential Library and Museum has just finished a $30 million renovation. There are all new exhibits throughout the museum, and many of the exhibits are now interactive. This is Cassie Pekarsky. She is the Director of Strategic Initiatives here at the Truman Library. What you have done here is amazing. This has now become what is possibly the nicest presidential library in the United States.
Well, thank you for that compliment. We like to agree. Here in this museum, you can see the most dramatic chapters, arguably, in U.S. history. The first of which is the dropping of the atomic bomb. So this is the safety plug from Fat Man. So it would have been in the bomb to make sure that it didn't go off while they were transporting it to the drop site. And now it is the centerfold key object in our atomic bomb gallery.
this is one of the brand new interactive exhibits. Cassie, tell us about this one.
So this is our Hard Problems of Peace globe. Even though the hard-fought battle of war is now over, the work has really just begun in trying to figure out how to set up the world for a long-term peace so that World War II doesn't turn into World War III. This globe is showing everything that's happening in the world. On the outside galleries are Truman's solutions to those issues, and they're really structures that are still being used for peace today. One example of that is NATO.
If there is anything inevitable in the future, it is the will of the people of the world for freedom and for peace.
In addition to NATO, Truman really did a lot of things to set up the structure of the world and of our nation as a whole. One of those things was his decision to desegregate the military, which he did right before the 1948 election.
This is a replica of the Oval Office back from 1950.
Many people look at the room and think it's incomplete because there isn't any furniture in the middle, which is what we're used to from looking at pictures of the Oval Office today. But actually during the Truman administration and administrations before that, they didn't have furniture in the middle of the room because this is where they held their press conferences. So they had to have room for all of the press to gather.
We're in another special brand new exhibit here at the Truman Library. But first I want to mention two famous houses here in Kansas City. The first one is the Truman home. It's just a few blocks here from the Truman Library in Independence. That is where President Truman and his wife Bess lived. The other famous house is in Grandview, Missouri. That's the Truman Farm Home. But I want you to tell me about this exhibit. This is about the White House.
So when Truman first moved into the White House, he jokingly wrote home that it was so noisy that he thought the ghosts of former presidents were walking around. When they had the building evaluated by architects, they realized that it was literally standing out of habit. Up above us is the beam that broke under the weight of his daughter's piano that was in her sitting room, and that's when they decided enough was enough. The White House had to be renovated. It would have been cheaper to knock the whole thing down. Instead, they decided to completely gut it and rebuild it from the inside out.
There's a special section here at the Truman Library that is not open for the public to view. It's called the Archives. It's under very tight security. The public never gets to come in here, but I'm so excited because we've been granted special access to show you a very special secret part of the Truman Library. Cassie, who gets to come in here?
Well, as you can see, we have some researchers in here today. So they're all people that are interested in learning more about the Truman administration, whether they're doing research for a dissertation or writing a book or working on a documentary. They've all come in today with a specific purpose to look at some specific papers from the Truman administration.
Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure having you give us this private tour of the Truman Library.
Hello, everybody. Hey, James Hern here.
Michael Hern.
Hey, we are your co-hosts for American Dream Selling Kansas City, and today we're sharing a true gem of Kansas City with you. We're sharing Luce Mansion. What a beautiful home. We're going to share what they're doing, what they've done, and all about it, and then we're going to head out to Luce Park so you can see how significant the Luce family was here in Kansas City. So please come inside and join us. And welcome to the beautiful Luce Mansion. We're here with the owners today, Miss Barbara Sadoff and Abby Shingren, and we are here to discuss why we are in this beautiful home, this is a great historical piece here in Kansas City. Can you tell us, either one of you, share in this conversation about the history of the house and what drew you to it?
The house was built by Jacob and Ella Luce. They started it in 1907 and finished it in 1909, so it took about 3 years. I've heard that at about that time, a lot of houses were selling for about $8,000, so that kind of helps understand the perspective. And They hired a lot of artisans. The workmanship here is outstanding, and it's
incredible.
It's built not like a home. It's built like an amazing building that'll probably be here in another 100 years. There was a lot of interest in the mansion at the time. There were already a couple offers. We didn't have a lot of time to think things through. We weren't even absolutely sure what we were going to do with it at the time, but we made an offer, and then surprise, we got it. We had to figure out what we were going to do with it, and very quickly realized that it would be a great event space. Abby was just in high school, but I was already thinking about, oh, she could get married here. This would be awesome.
And I did.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you do and what actually happens here at Luce Mansion.
Sure. So I'm our general manager. So I assist with all of our events here in the planning. First, we really sit down with our entire team. We have a whole award-winning team that works here, and so we plan every single detail of their events, and then we're here to orchestrate it and execute it the day of. But I do think that the space itself helps create such a unique atmosphere for events, and it helps, with a sense of progression throughout the night. Guests tend to explore, they stay longer because of that historical aspect to it as well, too.
I was reading online about 1985. I guess they were shooting a movie called Truman. I guess sometimes you could see on the stairway or wherever paranormal at night about a couple people dancing.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone here that the staff members or you all yourself have experienced anything like that at all?
I think there's been times that all of us have experienced things that we think, oh my gosh, there's things going on. Sometimes we smell things, sometimes we hear things, sometimes, it's just creaking a little bit.
Lights being on, even though I know I turned them off, but it was probably late at night and I might have forgotten. Or doors or windows, blinds, something being open, even though I know that I've closed them, things like that.
We just left Luce Mansion. Barbara, Abby, wonderful people. Here we are at the namesake of the mansion as well, Jacob Luce. After Jacob died, Ella bought
80 acres.
80 acres, Kansas City Country Club, and renamed this the Jacob Luce Memorial Park.
Never to be sold, never to be built on.
That is correct. She was so in love with Jacob that she couldn't hardly stand to be apart from him. So over our shoulder here, you might see the Walnuts, which is a wonderful apartment building, which is more like a New York City type apartment building complex. And Ella bought a residence there so she could be the penthouse, so she could be close to overlook Jacob and Jacob Luce Park here as his memorial. And that really is what it's all about. The lifestyle of Kansas City is great people doing great things for others. And we really want to say that, look, we're out working for the American dream for everyone and selling Kansas City, because this is a great place to be. So we appreciate y'all joining us once again today. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Well, that's our episode of American Dreams Selling Kansas City. My name is Adriana Bates, and I've enjoyed hosting you as we've toured around this amazing city with our top real estate professionals. Tune in with us next time, and don't forget to follow us on our socials at The American Dream TV. So that's it, and don't forget, cheers to your American dream.